Shout out to Jack Daniels, all right? Because my baby pops just bought me this little joint right here. I'm on this little joint chilling. It's the weekend, all right? Jack Daniels, Silent Peach. I mean, I've tried these joints a few times already, man. I love these little joints, especially because I love Jack Daniels, all right? So shout out to Jack Daniels, man. But listen, man, on topic, all right? I wanted to get on this, John, and speak real quick, all right, about the repetition, all right, epidemic that we're having, all right? When platforms become echo chambers and healing becomes hustle, all right? So, what's crazy is, right, it's the same take, different day. And why do I say that? Why is it that folks keep, how can I say, reg. What the hell is going on up there? Is y'all okay? Listen, why is it that folks keep regurgitating, all right, the same tired task like it's gospel? You say it louder, not better. All right, you flood the feed with recycled outrage, right? And then wonder why nobody's watching. And it's crazy because it's happening constantly, whether it's content creators or whether it's subscribers. Let's talk about it. All right, not just the repetition. How can I say the repetition? All right, but the addiction to it. Some of y'all treat trauma like it's a, how can I say, a trending topic. You don't heal, you monetize. All right. So what's crazy is that we end up with a pity playlist, a pity playlist, right? So I'm not sure why it is, but maybe it's because a lot of people turn their platforms, all right, into a pity playlist. Same track, different trauma, no growth. Mofos out here sounding like a broke jukebox with busted aux cords, all right? Stuck on loop. We heard you the first time, all right? We just don't care, all right? We don't care to hear the remix of excuses and egos anymore. So if anybody is watching, look, listen, man, drop the little reverse sign in the chat if you've seen the loop play out. Drop the little, how can I say, it's like the no, do not enter sign, all right? If you've exited if you have exited the pity parties in these platforms, it's too much going on. All right, like listen, reflection, healing or harm. All right, like what's crazy is some of us are allergic to bullshit. All right, our spirits break out in hives when we hear another healing journey that's really just a, how can I say, rerun of harm. Healing ain't a highlight reel. All right, it's not a brand. All right, it's accountability, not algorithms. But listen, they call it a cultural call out. I say don't blame the ancestors. All right? Because listen, I'm gonna put it like this. What's wild is the same folks who erase, exploit, and attack are now blaming the ancestors for the culture. They're actively corrupting. Nah, man. Don't drag the ancestors into your mess. They built legacy. You built a brand. All right. If your ancestors built truth, don't let clout chase it. Drop a brick wall for legacy. Drop drop a money sign for branding. All right. Because listen, we need a clarity check. Evolve or dissolve. Which one is it? All right. Let's make it make sense. If your message ain't evolving, it's dissolving. If your platform ain't healing, it's harming. And if your awareness ain't rooted in accountability, it's just noise with filter on it. All right. Like this ain't about canceling. It's about clarity. It's about cleaning house. All right. Like some people need some closing. All right. Sunlight over shade. This ain't shade. It's sunlight. And if you feel exposed, maybe it's time to grow. All right. And if you're choosing growth over loops, man, drop a seed at the bottom. All right. And if you're done with recycle harm, drop a flame at the bottom. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and lie, right? Sometimes I can't help but laugh at folks, right? Like, I can't help but laugh. Like, listen, folks hop on panels like it's open mic night, right? At the circus. No prep, no point, just vibes and volume. They confuse presence with purpose. You ain't dropping gems, all right? You're dropping confusion. Right? And what's crazy is, right, they say they come up to speak truth, but end up auditioning for who said that. Man, shout out to the word, all right, because he got this little drop over there. He be like, who said that? Or who's listen. Mics don't make you wise, all right. Panels don't make you powerful, and loud don't mean valid. Some of y'all treat every panel like a personal therapy session, oversharing, underthinking, and overtalking. Then get mad when the audience hits mute. Like, damn, let's be real. Like, if you're going to speak on a platform, right, bring clarity, not chaos. Bring receipts, not regrets. And for the love of legacy, stop turning every convo into a clout chase. All right, this ain't shade. All right, it's a syllabus. Study up before you show up. And a lot of people, listen, they come with these shows like, I know what the fuck I know what the fuck I'm talking about. You can't tell. Listen, we ain't all perfect, man. Some of us need to do some research. Some of us need to rethink how we're talking because it's not how, what we're saying is how we saying it. All right, we need to stop getting in our egos and in our feelings when somebody is saying something. We need to read the room. Like you're reading a room when you're in someone's house. You need to read the room when you're on someone's channel. All right. Not everybody's panel is for everybody. What I mean is that not everybody, all right, message is meant for everybody. Every message that's out there, all right, is going to hit whoever it needs to hit. But you got mofos in their egos on this joint. Listen. I've talked about this shit for the past couple days, man. It's a lot going on these social media platforms, right? But with me saying that, right, I want to, touch on another subject. All right. I'm gonna put that to the side, and I want to touch on another subject. And right now, I don't know if people is watching. I do know I dropped the link down below for anybody if anybody wants to come up, right? But I'm gonna put this John. I'm gonna put this poetry, this poem on. All right, this poem behind the beat because it's crazy that this is exactly what's happening on these social media platforms. All right, you got people that are bringing awareness, but then you got people that are trying to push that awareness to the side. All right, and what's crazy is that YouTube is very big. If you are here for the drama and the bullshit, there's sectors for that. All right, if you're here for awareness, all right, to learn something, listen, there's sectors for that. All right, and it's crazy because um I'm not sure if people don't read the room or they just get lost when they on these social media streets, right? Like if they were on these streets and they don't know where they're going, like it's they just moved from somewhere and they moved into a whole nother city. They don't know where they're going, they get lost like a maze, right? But unfortunately what it is that we got so many disrespectful elders here on social media, right? Seeking attention and glory like children. And you got children out here, more respectful with more knowledge and wisdom than a lot of these grown ass folks out here, yo. I'm not gonna sit here and lie.